It started with 16 teams, all determined to prove they were the best. While some teams faltered, others rose to the occasion. After weeks of elimination matches, only 2 teams remained. Two teams, but only one can be champion. The battle for the Bowling Showcase Championship culminates now, and a winner will be crowned.
Okay, so here we are, the final week. After all these weeks, how many weeks?
14. This is our 15th week.
It's the 15th week. The finals of the Bowling Showcase Challenge. The teams are kind of facing off against each other. Take it to Stephanie right now to talk about it.
The bowlers are getting pumped up and excited behind me, as you can see. I do see a little bit of trash talking in mind games, but it all can be in good fun now, but it's all business when we get to bowling. Back to you, Mark.
All right, thanks, Stephanie. So we got these 2 teams, Robin. We got Woodland, who's bowled great throughout the entire competition.
Yeah, they've been very consistent.
Very consistent. We got 5-star. Which team's going to show up this week?
Well, you know, 5-star in their first show, they were
250.
They were great.
Yep.
Second show, they were lucky to bowl against the opponent that they did because they just narrowly squeaked it out. And
With a 161 that second game.
Yeah. And then last week they had a 253.
Yeah.
So, you know,
We just don't know who's going to show up.
hopefully it's that 250
That's right.
team that shows up.
So the Woodland team is going to kick off the match here. Bob Bagansky.
Bob has a
Big
really
strike.
powerful. He
Big
throws it
strike
really
by
hard.
Bob.
That was great. Great
That's
shot.
right.
Way to pump his team up. He's giving high fives, excited. They're having fun. It's going to be a great match.
That's right. So Rick Schultz is going to lead off for the 5-star team. Remember, 5-star last week started off with the first 6 strikes. The week before that, Woodland started off with the first 7. Are we in
Yeah.
for much of the same?
I hope so. That makes for an exciting match for sure. All right. He
Oh, a
was
little
trying
light.
to help it there, trying to help it get up the hill.
So this is that leave that we've seen so many times in the last 14 weeks.
Yeah, it seems like this has been a consistent lead when you're going light, 2-4-5. Rick's such a seasoned bowler that I don't think it's going to be an issue for him to convert this. If I remember correctly, when they shot that 160 game, he left this spare and converted it without a problem. Oh, no. You know what? I'm not going to say that stuff anymore. 'cause
That's
I
right.
feel
You know,
like I
you
jinxed
talked when
them.
they had 7 in a row. You started talking, and it broke it up for Woodland, and then
I don't want to seal my lips.
no, you're not. You can't do that. I need a color analyst. I can't do it all by myself now. Come on.
All right, now we got Mary up to bowl.
So Mary Cooper, who's been a rock star so far.
Got her team cheering for
Oh.
her. Now,
Oh.
unfortunately, she loses the 8-10. And
He's the 8/10, but pretty good shot. But,
Yeah.
you know, hit kind of flat, don't you think?
yeah, that's what happens. Her ball had a little bit of a spin to it, so it hit the pocket a little flat. It wasn't like just solid in the pocket.
Looks like she needs a little more friction out on the lane there to help her help it
Yeah.
flip for her.
Yeah, or she can just increase her finger pressure just a little bit to help with the roll. So in this situation, she's just going to go for the 8-pin.
Yeah. Get the one. Get the one.
Still early in the game here, you never know.
It is. Okay, so now Anna Marie Ainello, high average 150 or 181. I'm sorry, lives in Royal Oak. She's an accountant. Let's see what she can account for here.
Yeah, she's been pretty solid for her team, too.
Oh, she pulled that one. Looks like
Brooklyn. lays a
we're going to
9.
call that a solid 9-pin. How's that sound?
Sure. Solid Brooklyn 9.
Come on, you don't need to quite go there.
Okay,
Solid
sorry.
9-pin.
All right, so
Do you think there's a little nerves going on here between these two teams? You know,
it
because
could be.
this is the culmination of a long, that big old
Have you
trophy
seen the
that's
trophy
behind
behind
us. I
us?
know.
It's a pretty awesome looking trophy there for them to win.
I know.
Plus a whole lot of bragging rights for a full year.
I think they'd love to take that back to their home center and display it.
Show that off.
That's right.
All right.
Good spare by Anna.
Now we got Corey Strange up. Averages 211. Has been bowling since the age of 11. He's 20 years old. He liked that shot. Wow. Almost leaves the 9-pin.
9-pin is a little bit slow going down, wasn't it?
And then the pin came over, threw some wood at it, and carried that.
So we got Roger Folkema. Again, 6 years in the Air Force.
He was a college bowler, too. Back in the day, he bowled at Lawrence Technological University. Lawrence Tech. Oh, he didn't like that one at all.
Oh.
I don't know if he got too slow on that one or if he just leaked it to the right too much.
Not sure. All I know is he put his hands up over his head.
Yeah, he didn't like it.
So he knew that it was not going to be a good result.
No. He was lucky it broke up the split, though. All right.
Ooh.
Okay, so.
So, all this expectations you and I had of this high-scoring match, not so far.
No, not so far, but.
I know, still got room.
Yeah, we got 7 frames left here. So
That's
let's
right.
see what we get from Dan.
So Dan Jordan.
He started bowling at the age of 11. He's been bowling for 14 years.
Oh, my goodness.
You could see him, like, pushing his hand to the right there. Like, he's telling the ball, like, stay right. Because they went a little too high in the head pin.
Is that like asking a dog to stay?
Yeah. Although sometimes they listen a little bit better than a bowling ball does.
Yeah, because once that bowling ball's off your hand, not much you're going to be able to do to control it at that point.
No. So he just needs to get the two pins there.
Just the count.
All right. So it's really still a close match.
It is.
Because it's just going back and forth. Who wants to win this?
That's right. So Pat Cusick next up with his Cubs championship hat on. Hoping he can bring home a championship today.
I wonder how excited he was watching the World Series.
Oh, I bet he was ecstatic.
Like most Cubs fans.
After 108 years.
All right. Pat through this
Big
whole
strike for
series
Pat.
has been really solid for his team.
He has. Remember last show he had a little bit of a mechanical difficulty when he got up, and we thought the Ancera team was playing little games with him, remember?
Yeah.
But he fought through it and threw a strike.
Yep. We thought that they were icing him
That's right.
because they were so hot. Now we got Chris Nielsen up. Highest average is 246. He has an 800 series that he shot at the USBC Nationals in Reno in 2014.
That's quite an accomplishment.
He's our only lefty today. Helping his team out with a strike there in the 5th frame, so that's why he's the anchor bowler.
That's right. His team gets up, a little congratulations going on. The other team congratulates him. Now we got Jim Grant, the anchor bowler for the 5-star team. 238 high career average, works at 5-star. Very accomplished bowler in his own right.
He was born in Sandusky, Ohio. Now a Michigander.
And a strike.
Helping his team with a strike there.
So that gives 5-star the lead going in. So what do you think? So Woodland's got 56 through 4 and a strike up. 5-star's got 35 and a third and a double up. What do you look for in this second half? Maybe a little bit more of how this one finished?
Yeah, I think that they're getting the nerves out of the way. The first couple shots are a little bit, oh gosh, it's a championship match. Now they're starting to get the strings together, so I think this next half of this game is going to be really powerful.
Well, the teams are going to switch lanes. We'll be back right after these messages for the final half game of the Bowling Showcase Challenge. We'll see you then.
It's a winning. As long as we just all just go have a good time, have fun, just try and stay as relaxed as possible, support each other, we'll do very well, I think. We have a good chance.
Owning and operating a bowling center is a unique business, and no one knows it like Sandy Hansel and Associates. We've been buying, selling, and valuing bowling centers for over 30 years. We've sold over 500 centers and valued more than 1,200 centers throughout the United States and Canada. We often assist the purchaser in securing financing, obtaining your liquor license transfer, and avoiding potential pitfalls unique to this business. Trust your next bowling center transaction to Sandy Hansel and Associates, bowling's only full-service broker, appraiser, and financial advisors. Visit us at sandyhansel.com. Metro Detroit USBC, your source for everything bowling in the bowling capital of the world. We support USBC certified league and tournament competition. We provide 11 tournaments for all members of our association, including men, women, youth, seniors, scratch, and handicap competition. The top reasons for belonging to the Metro Detroit USBC are having your average recognized, bonding of league funds, rules of the game, assistance in resolving league issues, equipment standards of the game, charities, and awards. Visit us at mdusbc.com.
I think we have a pretty good shot at winning today. We do have a competitive team, very strong, top to bottom. This should give us a good edge.
Okay, so we're back now with the final half game of the Bowling Showcase Challenge for 2016-17. Robin, you know, what do you expect here?
This is do or die time. You know, you've got 5 frames left. You better fill them as best as you can. Throw the best ball that you can possible to help your team out as best as possible.
So Rick Schultz is going to lead off for the 5-star team. They're on a double right now. 35 and a third and the double working. So we'll see what happens here.
He was a little light on the first ball. And this time
Not that time.
No, not at all.
Not that time. Now we got Bob Bagansky. 5-star's got a 9-pin lead.
Now Bob has been one of the most consistent bowlers that I've seen over the last couple matches here. So he throws a really powerful ball, really fast, good revs, solid at the line. Still solid, a little high.
4-pin.
It was still a good shot. You know,
was a good shot.
When you leave a 4-pin, you're
Pretty easy spare to make,
yeah,
right?
yep. Looks like he's going to use his strike ball for his spare, so he's going to stand to the right side, hook into it.
Oh.
You know, and I think maybe.
I think he got a little nonchalant on that one.
You know, yeah, I was just going to say, I think he was a little too quick on that. He was a little too confident and just grabbed his ball and ran and threw it and missed it.
Okay,
so let's see how Anna answers to that.
Anna Marie Iannello. Boy, strike here would be huge.
Oh, yeah. When someone does an open frame like that, you've got to take advantage of it.
Oh, and look at that.
Look at that.
Absolutely rips the rack.
Fist pump in the air.
Rips the rack.
Wow, now that gives them 4 in a row.
Gives them 4 in a row. Well, that gives them a 31-pin lead. Mary Cooper coming up now. Mary's been pretty consistent through this whole competition, too.
Yep. Okay, luckily she got the 8-pin out on that one.
Yeah, she left that 8-10 the first time up. So she's got the 10-pin. Just got to cover the 10-pin. Her high career average, 220. She's a service rep, been bowling 43 years.
She also enjoys golf and has been golfing for 39 years, so she's He's pretty active.
Quite a sports person. Good cover.
Right.
Good cover by Mary.
All right, now we've got Roger up on the left lane here. He's originally born in Grand Rapids, now living in Sterling Heights.
Roger Folkema.
High average of 229.
So he's come from your side of the state.
Yeah. So I think he maybe rushed that shot a little bit, because you can see
Just a
there
little bit.
at the line, he was like up on his toes and he kind of fell off to the right a little bit. So
So you think that was almost an overreaction to that 3.610 he left back before? Maybe he pushed it, but he was afraid of coming up through it.
yeah, maybe. He could have been getting pretty excited that his team had a 4-bagger too, and just wanted to try so hard. And there, see, like at least that spare, his footwork was much better.
Yeah.
Fortunately, chopped that spare there.
Okay, so Corey Strange, he could really help his team right here with the strike. They really need it.
Yeah, this is going back and forth between Woodland and 5-star. Who wants the match? Who wants to take that
That's
trophy
right.
home? Corey's been a really good, strong bowler this whole series too.
That 4-pin, tripped that 4-pin.
Yeah, that 4-7-10 came out. That was good.
So 5-star leads by 23 pins. Going to the foundation 9th frame here. Pat Cusick. His ball came back this week.
Yeah. Yep.
As opposed to last week
Yeah, they had to
here in the 9th frame.
hold up and try
That's
to
right.
find it. Pat's been a really solid bowler as well. Like, we've had some really strong bowlers in this series. Good
Strike by
shot
Pat.
there.
That sets them up. Okay, so we got Dan Jordan now. Dan, career high average of 239. Been bowling 14 years.
Fun.
This is the key shot in the whole series.
Foundation frame here is very important.
This is the key shot.
Oh. He was walking that out
Trips the 4.
before they all fell down. So he was slightly confident on that. I'm not sure.
Okay, so here's the story. Going into the 10th frame of the Bowling Showcase Final Edition. 5-star 147 through 8, strike up. Woodland 104 through 7, double up. So Woodland is down by 13 pins. 5-star Jim Grant can close out the match with a strike and a good count here. Anything less than that leaves the door open for Woodland.
Do you think he knows?
He may very well. He's a very experienced player.
Right, he's been in the bowling industry for 26 years. Oh, wow,
10
what
pin.
nice shot. You know, you expect to throw a good shot. You want to see good shots being thrown, and that was a good one there. He gave
And he did.
himself a very good
That's right.
chance for that to strike.
But he's left the door open for Woodland.
Yeah, and you know what? Chris has been pretty.
He's been money.
He's been pretty accurate. Yeah.
And he is the only lefty on the pair.
He is. So he's breaking down the shot for himself.
That's right. If you can break the shot down in 2 frames.
Well, there was some warm up. There was some practice there.
That's true. Okay, so big fill right here by Jim Grant for a 187. Leaves the door open. Woodland will need a double to take home the trophy.
All right, I think Jim's taking his time here. I like to see that.
Yep, want to make sure you get all you can get.
Oh, he threw a good shot there. Yep. Another good
10
shot.
pin.
Yep.
So 186 for 5-star. Now Chris Nielsen has got his opportunity to be the hometown hero,
Yep. Let's see what he does here on this
or in this
first
case,
shot.
the home center hero.
Home center hero. And he knows it. You can tell that he knows what he has to do.
You know, and you mentioned earlier he shot an 800 in the 2014 USBC Open in Reno. I know he was nervous, I'm sure, then. I wonder how it feels now.
You know, when
This is a little different.
you
No money
still-
involved.
But you still have the pressure on you. You want to do good for your team.
Yeah, you got your whole team.
Yes.
There's the first one.
All right.
There's the first one.
Calm, cool, and collected here. You can tell.
That's right. So he's got to have this one.
Now you can see 5-star here. You can see him getting a little nervous here. I think they're going to shirt him. Have you heard of that? When you pull
No.
someone's shirt, that's to jinx them.
Oh, no, I haven't heard of that. That must be a new age thing, you know, because I've been.
Well, you know, I did live in Milwaukee for a little bit of time. That was, I learned that there.
That's where you learned that?
Yeah. All right. Oh, good shot.
Oh.
Gets that 7-pin out.
Now he's still got to stay behind the foul line. He's still got to get 3 pins. He's playing pretty close to the gutter.
We don't want to see one of those Del Ballard moments,
No.
right?
So would you think, because he only needs 3 pins, he would move more to the center?
Well,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think he's just going to throw the same ball.
Just gonna throw a
You see
shot,
some
right?
of the pros, they'll take their spare ball and just chuck it right down the middle.
Right.
And still, good shot there. But you could tell the way that he released that one that it wasn't as like solid,
Right.
Because he didn't like care as much. He just wanted to get the pin count.
So Woodland, 193, 5-star, 186. 2 teams that we thought were going to really score high didn't.
No, but
How do you
that's,
explain that?
well, it comes down to the championship match. Sometimes like nerves get in the way,
Yeah.
and you're just trying to do your best, but you don't know how to control those nerves sometimes.
Well,
but
we're going to find out because we're going to come back after these messages and talk to both teams. How's that sound?
sounds great.
All right.
DeCarlo's Banquet Center in Warren is one of the finest full-service catering centers in Southeast Michigan with 7 banquet rooms. It's the perfect place to host your next event. We're known for offering great food and exceptional customer service along with affordable prices. From birthday and graduation parties to weddings, showers, corporate and church events, we provide elegance you can afford and the flexibility to meet all your needs. Our menus start at just $9.75 per person. Call DeCarlo's Banquet Center today to schedule your next special occasion.
The Michigan State USBC Women's Bowling Association provides recognition and tournament competition to all levels of women bowlers. Competition include Women's State Tournament, this year in Bay City, State Queens in Holly, and the Midwestern Women's Tournament in Dayton, Ohio. Recognition includes first-time 300 game and first-time 600, 700, and 800 series. Visit MichiganWBA.com for entries for these tournaments and more information on women's bowling. The Bowling Centers Association of Michigan is a nonprofit trade organization that protects, promotes, and advances the interest of its members and member centers. It is the only association in Michigan affiliated with the Bowling Proprietors Association of America. Benefits include group purchasing programs, tournaments, annual convention and trade show, education seminars, and legislative representation. Interested in becoming a member? Contact Bo Gergen at 989-600-0992 or visit mibowl.com.
For competitors of all ages, bowling is for life. And USBC is with you every step of the way. USBC and you, a future for the sport.
They're good at that. Okay, so we're here with the champions and the runner-up to the challenge this year. Jim Grant, your team bowled great. Congratulations on your runner-up finish. I know it wasn't what you wanted, but it is what it is, right?
We were glad for the invitation and we enjoyed ourselves. We had a good time.
Okay, we'll look forward to seeing you next year.
Possibly, yes.
No possibility about it. You tell Rick it's going to happen.
Okay.
And with our champions here, Dan Jordan, the representative of the team, I'd like to bring you your trophy.
Oh, all right.
So you can take it back to Woodland. Tom Winkle, the proprietor. Dan Jordan, congratulations. You guys bowled great.
Thank you so much.
You know, your horse came through in the 10th frame when he
Yeah.
needed to.
This is a good bowler.
You know,
but I would like to thank Tom, the proprietor of Woodland Lanes, to make this all happen. And also, last but not least, all our supporters in the crowd. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It was a very fun, awesome experience.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank Stephanie and Robin for their help in this 15 weeks. And next year on Bowling Showcase, we'll see you then.